So what does this tell you now that the cadaver dogs were in, they didn't find anything? Do you think like the part on the woods, do you think that's case closed?
It should be case closed. It should have been case closed from the very start. Because with the amount of resources and technology and amount of searchers and everyone deployed in that first initial search, that was a lot. That was an 8-kilometer radius outwards. And it's just the amount of money and people's time, injuries that were sustained during that. It's just, people should have just opened their eyes to see that we need to look elsewhere. I pointed many fingers, and I think that's where the people should look.
So I just want to remind you that the next CBC interview that was done with Daniel was done over the phone. And I can understand why. Because the guy just makes your skin crawl. Statements like that. She's like, now the dogs have been. Do you think that means that that part of the woods, the part with searching the woods, is case closed now? And he goes, it should be case closed. It should have been case closed from the very start. And clearly his brain's not quite so fried when he's doing this interview, because he tries to use that argument of the resources, the technology, the money, and using it as he's essentially saying, look at all the wasted resources, the wasted money, the injuries that occurred, searching for children that weren't in the woods. Like I said, if you have information that is that solid that you can be super confident that they wasted their time searching, then you should have given that information to the RCMP, and this should all be resolved by now. But of course, this is nothing but a fabrication. And he's going a step further here. But he's not talking about the RCMP. He says people should have just opened their eyes to see that we need to look elsewhere. And then I pointed many fingers. And I think that's where people should look. This is nothing about the investigation. This is nothing about the RCMP. This is about all the people who are pointing out all the lies, all the inconsistencies, all the people who are pretty damn convinced that Daniel was involved in whatever happened to the children. That's who he is directing this at. He is essentially trying to say, I've told you the story that I want you to believe. I've worked my arse off for the last 6 months trying to convince all you people that Malaya's the one to blame here. And you need to pay attention to me saying this and go chase off after her and leave me alone. He's basically flipped the question of, should this chapter of the investigation be closed now, the searching in the woods? He's flipped that to saying, I want all these people online to leave me alone and start focusing on Malaya, because I pointed at her so many times, and aren't you people paying attention?
Not here.
Not here. Not in the woods. The fingers have been pointed. Let's start taking a look.
So she asks him, not here. And he's like, no, not here, not in the woods. So he's still going with that, they're not in the woods. But of course the goal here is to hammer it in. They're not in the woods. I've pointed at Malaya so many times. That's where you need to start taking a look. He's pretty adamant that the children aren't in the woods. And I think when you couple that with his comment about the cadaver dogs, when he said that he's 100% certain they're not going to find anything, he must have realised they weren't going to just search the property, but they would be searching in that radius around the property, when he said he was 100% certain they wouldn't find anything. So I think him saying, not in the woods, is him basically telling the truth. And again, it makes me want to look on property belonging to people in his family, in any abandoned mines, particularly if there's any that look like they've recently been re-concreted up at the entrance, or in any waterways.